in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his first pass is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st down, Fields. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. From the gun, here's Fields. Got an open man, it's McLeod. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Fields throw complete there to Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
They'll run on first down. It's Caldwell, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, 35 yards. And the Bears will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lance. And the hook up to Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Rashad Fenton, the one to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 7-7, our score after one. First down. It's Caldwell, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Fields. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. It's Caldwell, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hodge. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That is caught by Mims. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. First and goal at the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 120 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, I mean, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Fields
eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The final shot before break. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance flushed out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On play action, Lance.
Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big third down play there for the Niners.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They juked him.
143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Caldwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Fields on 1st down.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Third and 2, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lance
dancing to his left. And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Gets this one to use check. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hodge. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Shotgun now for Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 7 yards away. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Caldwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL
on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Caldwell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Caldwell. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
You know how I always talk about when teams line up for long field goals, that you should be in a safe defense.
Right.
But you're also in a position here where this is a makeable kick. So rushing it is also part of this strategy. Maybe they use their aggressiveness against them on that fake.
Yeah, with a low trajectory, they're coming in hot, trying to block it. And you're right, and obviously it worked out. On 1st down, it's Caldwell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Caldwell. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance eluding the pressure right. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Flushed out right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Lance now on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hodge, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
The 49ers now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a give, right side. Caldwell able to fight through 1 tackle. And some room to work. Still fighting for more. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
My goodness, 232 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They said